Now I've lost my stream of thought. God, I'm sorry, Chad. It's been a tough day. Perfidious Pete. I really need to do some drinking. I'm going to be a little upset if the drunk guy that we... what's this, though? I appear to have a case of plank ass. A pretty serious case of plank ass, if I might, you know... I mean, this looks like a... For even a dead guy, this looks like a serious health problem. Or alternatively, we've got some great wood, so I guess Viagra works even on the dead. There we go. Anyway, I'm going to be... Well, I keep trying to say, then the game keeps interrupting me. I'm going to be real salty if Johnny Drunk Boy's case isn't still solved, and all the collectibles that I had wandered around collecting in between starting and finishing that case are likewise no longer collected. And, you know, fuck me. Oh, wait, maybe they're still collected. They just didn't save in their revealed state? Because otherwise we would have gotten... Wouldn't we have gotten, like, a little thing there? Yeah, I bet we still have that memory. Do we still have that memory? No new leads. Witnesses. No, I don't care about this. I'm going to go to side cases. Lillian and Lillian. Get to the police station. Yes, I'm aware this is my sort of job right now. I want to find my dead wife's memories. Okay, all our memories appear to be intact. Excellent. While my memory is shattered like a Ming Voss kicked off of a high place, this one appears to be fully intact. Didn't some girl from the 1800s drown around here? Yeah, we already did her case, though, and we did that before we did a main case, so I'm certain that that one's saved. Because when we came out from messing with Father Bad Touch, that girl was already gone. Probably because she heard about Father Bad Touch, if we're being honest. What two thoughts do you have? Oh, not even going to get a chance. Got kicked out by crashing into an invisible wall. Darn, I wanted to see what her two thoughts were. Both of them. Bam, 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 bam. I feel a little, you know, every time I do that, it makes me feel a little bit like Nightcrawler. And that's really cool for a moment, and then I remember that Nightcrawler is in Excalibur, like the shittiest X-Men team that ever existed. With the exception of X-Force, I think we'll all agree. I don't want to be on Excalibur, man. Also, why did every comic in the 90s have to have the word X in the name? Nope, we got... Are you shitting me? I have to do this again? I already helped this dude once. Ah.
Calm down for a second and talk to me. What's your name?
You know, because apparently you were so drunk you forgot our previous conversation.
Brad.
What's up, Brad?
Now, tell me what happened.
How's the audio, chat?
I don't know.
Is it a little quiet? Seems a little quiet.
Out on the town blowing off some steam.
Maybe not.
One drink turned into three, and three turned into...
Who's my favorite X-Man?
Who knows how many?
You know, I'm going to go with the controversial opinion here, whereas most people would say Wolverine because he's the only X-Man with any dignity. I'm actually going to go with the only other dignified X-Man and say Professor Xavier is actually my favorite X-Man. Although, does he count because he's not technically an X-Man?
You said it yourself. The details are hazy. Now, I can take a look around here and see if anything jumps out at me.
God, what have I done?
Yeah, that level seems actually about right. It's just that I think that encounter is a little quiet. Because the jumping around thing seems pretty respectably loud. Xavier counts. All right, see, chat's on my side. Xavier is an X-Man. Oh, seems like a pretty universal agreement then from chat. All right, well, I'm sticking with Professor X then. Here, we'll tweak the audio just a little bit because it does actually seem a little quiet. Which is odd because I haven't changed it at all since the last time we played. But here, we'll take the master volume up just like one little pip. Judges on... Okay, all right, man, still. All right, so everybody in chat agrees Xavier counts as an X-Man. Well, this is good because he's the only X-Man with any dignity whatsoever. With the exception of Wolverine, who arguably is probably less of an X-Man than Professor X. So we got to inspect this thing. Fortunately, since we already solved this case,
Not much.
should be pretty easy to solve it again.
Gas station's not far from here. I should check it out.
Yeah, we'll go to the gas station, but I'm going to check out B-Rad's license plate. You know, this was not only an indicator of who was driving the car, but a reminder to Brad himself of how he should behave. He's like, hey, Brad, you got to be rad, buddy. You got to be rad. How come nuns are never bad touchy? That's a good question, Chad. Why is it always priests? Honestly, I don't know. I don't know what the paradigm is. I'm sure in the history of the human species, there has probably been mother bad touch as well. You got father funny fingers and probably, I don't know, like a mother, I can't think of anything alliterative. father funny fingers or like sister sexual touching, sister sex you up, something like that. I'm sure there probably is, but it's just not the way the trope runs. I don't know what the deal is with that, chat. I guess Mother Teresa just sort of inadvertently gives all nuns a good name, even if it's undeserved. I mean, I'm sure there's some nuns out there who are just complete and total bitches. There's probably, how many mother molestation? There you go. Thank you, Chad. I can always rely on you to help me out when I'm just exposing how unfunny she is. Magneto is an X-Man, so he's your favorite. I don't think Magneto counts, because he's been not an X-Man and a foe of the X-Man pretty much as many times. Okay, well, this seems real loud.
I didn't know you were such a lightweight.
Anyway, yeah, I'm going to turn that back down, because that was stupefyingly loud, actually. So, back to audio-video options. Turns out we had the volume adjusted right. Actually, what it turns out is there's just no happy medium here for Murdered Soul Suspect. Either it's a little quiet, or it's just mind-crushingly loud. Back to my Magneto diatribe, though. He's been a foe of the X-Men as often as he has been a member of the X-Men. So I don't think he counts. What, was he trying to drink gasoline? Maybe. Actually, even this seems loud. It's not really the voiceover, actually. Because the voiceover is, like, set to the same. It's... I mean, we could do this, I guess, but this is gonna definitely not help. I mean, we basically have just done... I'm gonna guarantee it sounds almost exactly the same. Is there a witness who saw what was driving? Yeah, it's this guy at the gas pump. Again, we already solved this case once. Alright, B-Rad. Are you remembering the important part to B-Rad? See, it's the same. It's just the game.
Cab. What? Oh. Gas station. Yeah. The SOC. Okay. Great.
So is the SOC gas station like a gas station specifically designed to refuel the vehicles of people who are really into the Fox television series, the OC? It's just reminding you, series OC, baby. We were all about the OC. Yeah, this guy already knows stuff. So we just possess him. Aren't we supposed to be able to influence him or something, I thought? Is there a witness who saw what was driving? Find an answer. Well, no, because we only have 3 of 5 clues, and I remember spending a long time last time trying to figure out exactly what the hell was going on. Gonna read your mind?
Walk a little faster.
Mm-hmm. Don't think it's gonna help.
If I ever met the killer in the street, I don't know what I'd do.
I'd probably just stand here and stare at a gas pump for like 40 minutes. Actually, now the voices sound very quiet. I hate the audio mix in this game. This, so far, is my one criticism, actually. My one really stickling criticism for Murdered Soul Suspect. The audio balance is real bad. So this guy was, like, trying to fix his window or some shit. We can't influence. We can't make him do anything. There's a clue we're missing somewhere. Oh, wait a minute. I remember now. We got Brad making a call, Laura pumping gas, Rick puking. Is there a witness who saw who was driving? Yes, there is, but I don't remember how to get that witness report back. It wasn't this lady, was it?
So weird. Somebody was alive, and now they're not.
Yeah, I know we've had this thought before, but I gotta say, lady, it's not really weird at all. People die every single second of every single day. There's 7 billion humans on the planet. Some of them are gonna die now and then. Oh, it was the cab driver, right?
Room better be clean when I get home.
Nope, never mind. Cab driver doesn't know shit.
Just keep adding oil faster than the leak. Should last another year.
Alternatively, let me pitch a different hypothesis. If I might play devil's advocate to your slow decay, add oil faster than the leak strategy, why don't you just go have the leak fixed? I may be straight up lunatic, but this seems like a vastly preferable solution. Just get the leak fixed. Then you won't even have to waste money adding oil all the time. There was something we found somewhere here on this gas station. See, all of our collectibles are still collected. Why is this mission undone suddenly? We've still got all the collectibles. Why didn't it save the fact that we had already completed the mission? I'm very confused. I remember wandering around here. There was something about a broken window or some shit that we found. This is just a wrecked train. There's also a collectible back there, which we don't know how to get. There's got to be a way. There's got to be a way, chat. There's always another way. Always another way. If you didn't get that impression, that was the keymaster or the keymaker or whatever from the Matrix. Always another way. Always another way. Is there a witness who saw who was driving? Yeah, it's this guy over here. This guy is the witness who saw who was driving. I know that he did. I just, for whatever reason, I can't just... We gotta go maybe talk to Brad. I remember bouncing back and forth. If we go back and talk to Brad, something happens. Given the fact that we already solved this once, I don't know why the hell I'm wasting my time solving it again. Does Origami look like a game I will pick up? I've actually never even heard of that game. You'll have to fill me in, chat. What's the basic premise of Origami? It's not really anything that's been on my radar, but I've been working an awful lot lately. Who was driving? You know what? Screw it. We got... This is not... Alright, fine. I'm not going to wander around looking for 4 billion clues to something I already solved a week ago and just don't remember how I solved. I think we come over here and we get another clue if we do the solution thing. Let's just find an answer. So, Brad was calling a cab. Laura was pumping gas. Rick was puking. And Brad was making a telephone call. There we go. By some mysterious bang, what the hell was it? Right. Actually, the voiceover is completely inaudible now. Game, I hate your... What is up, game? Why is your audio balance so fucking bad? You know the rules. If you want P to play something, you just buy it for him. This is true. Silvadell is not wrong. I'm a complete and total game whore. You're a ninja who can control shadows. It's a stealth action game. I don't know. That seems not unreasonable. I'll check it out. What does he remember about the accident? Does he remember a mysterious bang, a gruesome car crash, or Brad making a call? Probably that mysterious bang.
Wish I didn't slam the door so hard. Stupid window's coming out of my paycheck.
It's a 3D game?
Drunken
P-Tor
assholes.
skills are on point.
What do they think has to go
Well, I don't like to brag, chat. You're not wrong, but my Horin game,
I never should have let that woman drive.
it is pretty strong, I gotta admit. You should see me in Fishnets, too. It'll take your breath away. Mostly because after vomiting profusely, you're typically a little bit out of breath. Just because you don't breathe while you're busy horking your lunch into a gutter. And my Fishnets, ooh, they'll get it done. It's a stealth murder game. I do like the murder. I believe we have solved this case, right? I wasn't paying attention, I'm sorry. I was watching chat talking about me being a whore and imagining myself wearing a pair of fishnet stockings. And honestly, it revolted me a little bit. The thought of myself in fishnet stockings pushed the gorge right to the back of my throat. What's a healthy snack children should enjoy? I don't know. Like clown shoes? Kids should probably eat clown shoes. If nothing else, it'll give them a healthy fear of clowns.
Does SOC gas ring any bells?
Wait. I remember stopping to fill up.
Yeah, and making your friend pump your gas, by the way, Brad, that's kind of a dick move.
The cashier wasn't thrilled to clean up after your buddy Rick. And you even tried to call a cab.
God.
Rice Krispie Squares? Well, they are delicious. I don't know about how healthy they are. Although Rice Krispies, actually, Rice Krispie Squares doesn't really seem like they would be that unhealthy. It's mostly just marshmallow fluff and Rice Krispies, and Rice Krispies are just like puffed sweetened rice. They're not that bad for you. It's probably not as good as if I said, like, you should eat a lot of celery, kids, because, well, one, celery is basically inedible unless you dip it in something more delicious.
I don't know.
On the plus side, though, not a lot of calories in celery. You could eat like 6 pounds of celery and have less calories than you would get by drinking 1 latte from Starbucks. Slicing fruit is usually a pretty easy way to get the kids and people in general to eat it. I actually am not a big fan of fruit in general. Most fruit and I don't get along. I do like apples. I'll give apples a try. I like fruit juice, but not the fruit itself. It's a texture thing, especially pears. Fuck pears. I'm never eating pears. They're awful. So we inadvertently solved that mystery again. Excellent. Let's just go to the police station now. I'm tired of messing around. Hey, by the way, have you seen Baxter, that guy who stole my hat? I'm looking for a little ghostly payback revenge. What do you know about Baxter here, cop? What are your 2 thoughts?
1800s.
Do you really think everybody in Salem is sitting around thinking about Salem witch trials?
Should really look up all this history stuff.
Also, if you live in Salem and are a cop here, don't you think you might know a little bit of something about the history of the city you live in? Particularly when the city is known for one thing, and that thing is the burning of people at the stake? If this guy was genuinely curious, don't you think he might have gone by his local library and picked up like a book on local history or something? Melons are as awful as most other fruits. Yeah, I don't really care for melons either, Chad. I'm with you on that one. Like watermelon, for instance. I love things that are watermelon flavored, but you could not get me to choke down any actual watermelon. No, it's disgusting. It's all just gross, and the texture is awful. It's like having somebody's old gym sock on your tongue, except also with
Strange
seeds in
coming
it.
back here now, like this. A
There are
place
still
I used
libraries?
as a
Damn,
crutch
Skippy,
to
go
get
to your
through the
local
tough
library,
times
Chad.
when I found myself suddenly alone.
Learn to love your library. You go to your local library, I'm telling you, you'll be hooked.
Funny how
You'll be back there
history
once a week.
repeats itself.
Libraries rule, man.
Tonight was the first time he used a gun. This guy relies on close proximity. So remember, if you approach him, it gives him power.
Sir, if we can't approach him, how do we arrest him?
Remember,
We're cops.
you're
We
trained.
find the best thing to
He's a
do is
wanted
not
cop
approach a
killer now.
suspect,
You can
but
shoot him
simply
on
just
sight.
shoot him. Okay, well, fuck me. I was trying to make that a joke about popular culture and the fact that people seem to be really upset about police getting overly aggressive and very quick to use lethal force. And then what do I get? Bam, immediate riff back because this guy's just like, nah, if you see anybody you suspect of a crime, go ahead and kill them. It's fine. Police are immune to prosecution. Wow, talk about a scumbag move, murdered sole suspect. Should see if there are any new leads in my murder case. Really? Maybe I should try and calm my brother down because he's actively encouraging the police to go forth and murder people. I don't want my death to be the thing that's responsible for a whole bunch of people in Salem, Massachusetts getting murder copped. That's not cool, bro. And in this case, my literal you know what? I gotta
No,
possess
sir.
you.
I'd be very interested to know that myself.
I guess we'll eavesdrop.
No. No suspects at this point, sir.
Which is why I encouraged every member of the force to just start shooting random citizens. I figure if we kill enough of them, Lieutenant, eventually we'll get the suspect.
It's on you.
Our DA has our back, just get trigger happy. See, chat's on board.
Look, Captain, he wore gloves and apparently didn't touch anything in the apartment other than the knob on the front door. He didn't leave prints, fibers, or anything else traceable. And if you think I don't want this guy to pay more than you, you are sadly mistaken.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill everybody in this town until I find a guy, or everybody's dead, one of the two.
Brother-in-law, so you don't need to remind us. But you lose your cool again, and more of your own will join Ronan. You understand me?
Well, I mean, it's only a matter of time before the police turn on each other. Evil feeds on itself, after all.
Now. That's an order.
Yeah, understood.
Rex's frustration. Let's check it out. Rex is frustrated by the lack of evidence or progress in my murder. Frustrated enough that he has encouraged the police force to begin murdering random citizens. Suspected of a crime? Well, that's a death sentence. We're in like George Orwell's 1984 suddenly. Bell symbol research. Symbol of similarity. Is this connected to the bell killer symbol? It's literally just a picture of a bell. Is it connected? This is the top-notch police research I have come to expect from the police force. They're like, a photo of a bell. Is this a connection to the killer? That's like saying, if this was the sum of if this was a Warner Brothers cartoon, I'd be Porky Pig. No, if this was the Son of Sam investigation going on right now, there'd just be a picture of a talking dog. They'd have like a picture of Brian from Family Guy next to it, and there would be a little post-it note with it that says talking dog and an arrow pointing at Brian that said connection. Shoot this guy, shoot this guy. It's time for the Salem cop killer trials. I think it might be time for the Salem killer cop trials, because this guy's encouraging police to just start shooting. If you see anybody you suspect of anything, go ahead and kill them. It's okay. You need Ice-T on the scene. No. Isn't he a member of the Special Victims Unit? There's been no variety of sexual assault here. I don't really think Ice-T would be called in. Crime scene signature. Yes, I would like to view it, please. Symbol the bell killer leaves at his murder scenes. What does a bell have to do with his murders? I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to do anything. Poltergeisted the phone. Nobody gives a shit. Also, is it poltergeisting to just make the phone rings very softly? A very soft ring. This is capable of what our poltergeist skills are. Man, we're not yet on the level of like a Patrick Swayze where we can pick up a penny. We're basically just, you know, we can sort of quietly make a phone ring just softly enough that nobody hears it. Gotta find Whoopi Goldberg, I guess. Okay, we can blow these papers across the room with this fan if we poltergeist it. What's your thoughts, Mr. Policeman? You thinking about random homicides you'd like to commit or the Salem witch trials of 1800s? All right, chat. Here we go. You guys have seen enough of this game to know that there are like 9 thoughts that everybody in this town can have. It's time. We're going to start a pool. First, the most correct guess gets 100 Perfidious points here. What is this cop thinking about right now? I drop it on you, chat. You wonder if CSI SVU is in trouble since Chris Hansen is back on the prowl for predators? I would think business would be better than ever if Hansen is doing his job. This guy's thinking about, okay, chat says boobs. Gotcha. Okay. I'm going to guess not. We haven't heard anybody else sort of wonder about boobs, except for that one guy who was just, but he wasn't thinking about boobs. He was just staring at a woman's chest while he thought about his ex-girlfriend who had jumped off a cliff. He's thinking about Donna from HR and her sweet rack. Wow, okay, everybody thinks why his wife is out with some other guy on the other side of town. Jeez, Chad, you guys are getting dark. The show basically came out to fill the audience when To Catch a Predator got dropped after the guy killed himself on air. Chris Hansen killed himself while filming an episode of To Catch a Predator? I didn't hear about that. Would have thought that would have made news. Come on, chat, you got to do better than this. I like why his wife was out with some other guy on the other side of the window. That's pretty good. It'd be like, is that Betty Jean out there? She's kissing that other dude. Well, it's a good thing the lieutenant just gave me carte blanche to go murder everyone, because I think that guy looks suspiciously like the man who shot Ronan. Suddenly a little personal vendetta against your wife's illicit lover is going to be fully sanctioned by the state. All right. Time's up, chat. Let's see what he's actually thinking.
Gotta have faith in the department.
Up. Carte blanche, baby.
Cops gotta stick together.
He's thinking about waffles, chat. You were all wrong. Thinking about how shitty the station coffee is. That was actually a good guess.
Gotta have faith in the department.
Turns out, though, he's thinking about waffles.
Gotta stick together.
Waffles. Gotta stick together. Sticking together, it's just what good waffles do.
Hasn't screwed up yet, but he will.
Who is he? Why is everybody playing the pronoun game in this game?
Gotta remind myself. This killer's flesh and blood like all of
Oh, he's
us.
thinking about the killer. All right, well, let's take a peek at his clipboard. Body arrived at the morgue at 8:14 p.m. The cause of death? Pending autopsy. Do you really need to perform an autopsy for the, 9 bullet wounds that are in my torso? I'm pretty sure even a casual glance will go, I think this guy was shot to death. With enough syrup, you could keep all the cops in the station together. It's too early for flapjacks? It's never too early for flapjacks, Chad. Also, you got to get like a chocolate shake and a bunch of other stuff on there. Too early for flapjacks was the end of that order. My body must have arrived here already. If it's in the morgue, they're probably getting ready for my autopsy. That's surreal. No, that... Okay, I actually didn't want to do that. I was just trying to... Okay, cause of death, pending autopsy. Gotta wait until my autopsy is complete for an official cause of death, even though I fell stories onto the pavement and was shot 7 times in the chest. Okay, Ronan appears to be as stymied by the fact that they're doing an autopsy as I am. Killer's so skilled at this point he would never leave anything traceable behind. All right. I would say none of those things count as a new lead in the case. Call me crazy. What do we got here? Missing persons poster. Update to reflect recent developments. Stewart. Okay, got a missing persons flyer. Stewart wanted something about this updated because of recent developments. What happened? I don't know. I'm as curious as you are, Ronan. I think you're right to question this. This seems like the most promising lead in the case thus far. Anything else going on here? I mean, we're only 4 out of 11. Let's see what happens if we poltergeist the fan. I'm guessing these papers are going to blow away.
I could say that's the weirdest thing I saw tonight.
Nope. But look at this! Cause of death. Ligature strangulation. Trauma to the neck and larynx via garroting. Severe abrasions to wrists and ankles, most likely the result of being bound by a hemp rope, consistent with all the other Bell killer murders. Ruling homicide. Pattern of victims' deaths. So the Belk, all the other victims were bound, tied up before their murder. All right, so this guy's into tying people up and strangling them. Got it. Was there anything else we could do to this guy? Nope. What about our brother? Nope. I mean, I guess he's our brother-in-law. Then again, his girlfriend, his sister is also dead. Man, this family is jinxed. Sister's dead, brother-in-law immediately killed afterwards, gives a carte blanche order to begin murdering random citizens.
Could a whole SWAT team take this guy? Killer scares the crap out of me.
Why is this police force the most timid police force of all time?
Wait till we nail this monster.
See, this guy's more on board. This guy's more gung-ho than timorous Timothy over here.
Gotta be able to bring him down. Somehow.
Never mind, he's also equally timorous. They're all assuming that this killer is somehow unkillable. He's just a serial killer, guys. You put enough bullets in him, I'm gonna guess he's gonna die. Also, your lieutenant is sanctioned murder. You guys should be out committing murders right now. You got a blank slate. You can write your own ticket. You can cash as many murder checks as you want. You know this guy in here is going to go murder that dude who's boning his wife outside. That guy's definitely getting killed, but he's got the carte blanche that he needs to get away with it. You guys should be, you got to cash in on this. Well, a collectible. Okay, what did we get? A missing persons report. Jennifer Gelbach, female, white, slim build, last seen by friends in Ashland Hills Cemetery after a party with fellow cheerleaders, missing 2 days. Yeah, you know those cheerleaders, they are constantly partying in cemeteries. Boy, if I had a nickel for every cheerleader cemetery party I'd been to in my high school days, I'd have not even a single nickel. And I lived in a podunk shitbox town where nothing ever happened, too. And still, we never partied at the cemetery. Especially not with cheerleaders. We just go get drunk out on a country road somewhere. That's what you do in a small town. But the cemetery? No, there's no need.
Hey, Baxter. You still relying on that wizard lady?
You know I ain't into all that spiritual crap. But she's onto something.
Yeah.
Results are results. You find a more reliable source, you let me know.
Oh, so it turns out Baxter's really a good cop all along, despite the fact that he was definitely trying to steal the hat off of my dead body. I'm sorry, I'm never going to trust Baxter. He's a piece of shit. Pattern of victim's death, missing person flyer. Wait, so what was this then? Investigate the war room. Cashier room. Wait, what? Oh, these are all. Never mind. Okay. These are new, but only because we didn't bother to look at them. Never forget, chat. Also, you gotta be rad, dog. You gotta be rad, man. Be rad. Okay. So Baxter was using Cassandra or her mother. I don't remember their names at this point. One of them was taking advantage of the spiritual lady, though. Oh, the stalwart Spectre. We got a Chekhov's gun kind of thing working here. All right, Anton Chekhov. You want to do? Let's do this. Smell that low main. Well, this should bring the cops a-running. I've got a fan blowing the scent of some 2.5-day-old lo mein. This should bring them coming to dinner. This is basically, this is like putting up a sign that says free donuts. Come on, no cops came to investigate this, huh? This is the least investigative police department of all time.